Good morning. Sunday morning. About to do a cook on the Masterbuilt 1050. Pre-warming it up. I 225. I'm going to use some apple wood. This is the first cook on it. I'm putting the chips actually into the ash pan this time. I wanted to see how much smoke I can get on it off the ash pan. I also put a protective liner there. It's a foil pan cover on top. The grill is seasoned. I put pans in here on Luke's pan holders. I didn't put the water pan. I have the water pan here. I didn't put it in because I should be able to put water in here, so the vapors will rise straight up right underneath the meat. But like I said, first cook, we're going to experiment and see how everything works out with this one. Then I'll try another method and so forth and so on. But all right, I'm going to close the lid and let it get up to temperature while I get ready to get everything else going here. Oh, also too, I added barbecuers, smokers, they all know about Oklahoma Joe's. So I thought that this looked much better than the one Masterbuilt gives you. It don't give you any numbers, just cooking words, and I'd rather see numbers so I can get an exact on everything. So that's about it. I don't have a problem with Oklahoma Joe's. They're very good. So I have no problem putting a little memento on my Masterbuilt 1050 of Oklahoma Joe. Also, a fantastic stick smoker is Lang. I have a Lang also. And the only thing with the Lang is that you have to monitor Lang. It's not as forgiving. So I use that for when I'm having like a party or something and I'm outside with it all day. But I'll be back. I'll show you my ribs and beef ribs later. Yep, back again, Facebook. I'm making my ground ginger coated ribs with garlic. I'm gonna use Old Faithful yellow mustard as a binder, the ground ginger, garlic powder, and I use a sea salt, but you can use seasoned salt if you like. But this is basically because of the ginger you want. Alright, so I already trimmed these ribs. They were bought from Costco. Not Costco, I'm sorry. Meat City, which is way overpriced. It's just, that was where I was at the time. I wanted to get some beef ribs, so that's what I did. But, alright, well, no need to say anything. Everybody knows about putting the mustard on so that your seasonings can stick to your ribs. So that's the usual. You can put as much mustard as you want because of the fact that it doesn't matter. You're not even going to taste the mustard. It acts like a neutral, and it just gives a good bond, and it helps, I believe, with the tenderizing. I pulled off the membrane on one of these. I didn't pull off the membrane on the other one because I pretty much like having the membrane on it. I think it actually flavors the rib from the back end And with all that temperature and heat, it's like sort of basting, you know? So I still flavor that membrane just like I would without the membrane. And my family likes it, I like it, so. But I'm doing one of each anyway. Okay, so as you can see, they all are yellowed up. Okay. Now,
get down.
I'm gonna use the kosher salt, sea salt, and put that on. And especially a good portion on the membrane part. Okay. Everybody loves garlic, as far as I know, except for vampires. So I use the garlic powder for the ribs. And ginger. A lot of people that had ginger may not like the taste. It's sort of peppery, but if you have an issue with swelling ankles, hands, wrists, things like that, the ginger will definitely take it away, and the ginger will help you out. And it's healthy for you. All natural ginger root. Okay. Alright, so as you can see, we're good here. So flip over. Same situation. Sea salt. Garlic powder. Ginger. And like I said, we want the ginger. Definitely want the ginger to be on there. Okay, and there you go. All set to go. Flip over the membraneless one. Same procedure. A little salt. Garlic powder. Ginger. Okay. And this is going to put an excellent bark on these things. You know, a real flavorful bark will form because of this. Okay. All done. Now this is the first cook on the MR.W 1050. So it's an experimental. I'll be doing this for like the first 4 cooks. Try different things to see how it works, how it handles. Okay. And we'll be back to these. These are the short ribs. Till then. Okay, everybody. Back outside to the 1050. This thing heats up so fast, it's unbelievable, and maintains everything. All the gauges, the Joe gauge is working good. I put the pans, as you could see, in here with water, and this is gonna keep everything nice and humid in here. All right, well, I'm gonna get some of this stuff going now. I'm adding a little rub on onto the ribs. Okay, just a little rub, not much. And basically it's just to add the color. The true flavor is the ginger. That's what we're trying to throw out there. You know, these are healthy ginger St. Louis ribs. Okay, there you go. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slap these down here first here. I'm going to add some more rub. This rub is a smoke seasoning rub, and it adds a good color. I like Killer Hogs rubs also. Those are very good. I don't overdo it. No need to. Okay. Now these are the pieces of the ribs that people discard. But what I do with them, I don't know if you guys ever had spare rib tips. You go to a Chinese restaurant and you get some spare rib tips with the bone or without the bone. And I love them. They're real good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook these, and after I cook them, I'll probably let them go Probably about 2 hours, hour and a half. I'll see how they look and everything. Then I'm going to slice them up into little strips. The bone, I'm going to just break the bones into some tips. I'm going to make a nice little sauce and get them all wet in the sauce. Then I'm going to throw them back on here, and you'll see those are going to come out real nice. So I close the door back up on here, and we'll let this thing get itself back up to temperature, and I'm gonna go work on those beef ribs now, and I will be back. Masterbuilt 1050, first cooking. Okay, yep. About to do the short beef ribs now. And I use avocado oil or olive oil, either one is good. It's just a bonding, that's it. And just rub it on just like instead of mustard, you know, rub it all over your ribs. Yep. And then we're just gonna use again some of that ginger, but SPG with ginger. Okay, all right, so these are all coated up. Just inside the pan a little, and since these are beef ribs, I put them inside of this when I add all the seasonings to it. Wash that oil off the sink. So I'm actually looking for my seasonings. Alrighty, I always use the coarse black pepper also. Coarse is much better than granulated. Coarse stands up to the heat better, and seems to have a flavor. A lot of people say to cut the skin off the bone in the back, or if you have some skin up on top, but I think the skin adds a little flavor to it, so I leave them on there. My objective is to just get these things tenderized, and that's pretty much it. It's got the flavoring on there. I primarily cook with apple. Apple flavor is my #1 go-to. Sometimes I actually will put whole apples into my smoker, and I can never have too much apples. Love apples. My #2, I guess I would have to say, is cherry. Cherry wood is a good flavor. And #3 will probably be Mystique on poultry. Mystique on poultry is fantastic. Alright, so now we're just going to add sea salt. Again, people say don't even bother putting it on the back part of the bone, but I like bones. I like eating right down to the bone, so why not have a little flavor on your bone? And if you put a little too much in a spot, don't worry about it, because it will definitely be cooking off. A lot of this stuff cooks right off. The salt, sea salt, acts like a tenderizer. I've been smoking for a lot of years, and I've done everything from Webbers to stick burners, Oklahoma Joe's, Lang. I never bought one of those real expensive smokers, over 1,000, well, over 3,000. I do like a lot of them, but I don't do it for a living. When I retire, I might invest in that. All right, now here goes the pepper. Texas people love pepper. I'm not from Texas, but I love pepper too. Adds a little bite to everything. Yep. That's why I used the pan to do this, because I didn't want to wash this stuff down the sink. Okay, everything is pepper based. And then a little garlic. Also too, what I do with these is after about 4 hours, 3.5 hours, I put them in a nice pan with some beef flavoring liquid, and then these come out good. So I will get back to this in a few. Yep, back at the grill. I put the beef ribs on right now, as you can see, and these are going to be my pork tips, the rib tips. Another hour, I'm going to take them off and cut them up into nice little squares, and then give them the seasonings and the sauces and everything. But so far on the first cook at a 1050, it's doing pretty good. It's doing pretty good. We'll see how the smoke rings look and everything, because like I said, I put the applewood chips in the actual bucket, the ash bucket. So we'll see how it flavors. Next time I'm gonna put them in the charcoal chute and you know, check out the difference in the flavor. But I guess that's about it. I might actually have to do something though with my temperature reading, because I don't know, the master belt and the thermometer, like it's got to come up to temp, you know, but it's about 5 degrees off from the master belt, you know, so we'll see. All right, I'll be back later. Okay, beef ribs are looking good. I'm gonna take off these pork ends from the ribs so that I can make my spare rib tips. Yep, ribs are looking real good. Okay, these are going to be the rib tips, and everything's doing good. The water in the water pans are working, plus I'm catching a lot of the grease and everything. The drip trays are working good. Master belt doing good.